So today, got about 3 things that I want to share with you and talk to you a little bit about. I'm going to have to do this in two episodes, 2 mail days. Just within the last week and a half, I received a lot of mail. Thank you very much. Today we're going to open the larger parcels. I'm trying to work all this out in between all these other things, right? Going over the footage from White Birch. And Sammy and I are going to take a hike down to the mud patch. We're going to go check out and see how these beaver dams are doing. He's ready for a hike. He's just been itching to go. We've been waiting for nice weather. It's been beautiful today. It's warm. We're sitting in the shade. It's very warm. And but we've been waiting for this weather to go. We've been having quite a few thunder showers and lightning storms. And then we had another 2 days of rain, solid rain, and I think it amounted to about 6 inches of rain. So on top of the 7 we got prior to that. So that's a lot of moisture. Some of the rivers are flooding, but it's okay. My dad always said it's good to have these high water points, right? But anyway, so we are going to go to the mud patch, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go check things out. We're going to check on the beaver dams, and the mud patch is always interesting, so always something happening at the mud patch. Always 10 for 10. It's a different energy back in there too. Very, there's been points where there's missing time back in there. I've had moments where I've watched my videos back and don't remember saying things or don't remember being in a certain area back there. I don't remember, and that's weird. And that happens not everywhere, but it happens quite often at the mud patch. Sammy's been pretty good when we go back there. Sometimes he's left. He gets, I don't know, the energy builds and he leaves. And then there are days where he toughs it out and he stays with me, right? He tries to stay with me. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, stay tuned for that. That should be coming up soon. But today, before we get started, I'm going to show you a little bit on the chalkboard. Nothing new. I did something a little bit different there, and we'll get into that right now. Tom, your I-cord's still there? I wonder. I don't know yet. Nothing new with the chalk placement and the marbles. All is the same. So it sits and waits. And I also wanted to show you on the ground structures. I haven't updated you guys on this for a while. Careful, come over here. So I haven't touched them. Okay, I found this, and that is an old rag. Don't know where it came from. It just appeared here one day, probably about 2 weeks back, and that's a piece of wood from on the north side of my house, 80 feet from where we're standing. I don't know how it got here. It too just showed up. And then we of course have, this one's the same. That one's still there. And that one. All is the same. And except for, I don't know, maybe the squirrel brought this one. Who knows, right? It's another one of those things that you know, unless you're monitoring this thing 24/7, have a camera on things 24/7, you just never know for sure. Piece of rag. I still don't know where it came from. It just showed up. I removed my hand print that was up on the board because I got to be careful. I think I really have to be careful what I put up there. Like the last time when I had all the arches, I had arches up on there and I had X's and stuff, and they just stayed away from the chalkboard. As soon as I removed it, I ended up with that big thumbprint, right? And I put my thumbprint next to it. I put chalk on my fingertips, and made a handprint on the board, and they haven't went near it. So I removed that. And I'm just going to leave it as is, kind of empty, and we'll just see if they you know, make an effort or do anything there. I'm not sure how important it is to them as it is to us. Our first experience here on the farm was 1972, so that's over 50 years over 50 years and it's been ongoing ever since, right? It's almost 50 years, and a lot of I hear things being said, researchers writing notes and writing words and getting Sasquatch to circle yes or no, and I don't see that. I don't understand that, because that's not what I'm seeing, the way they communicate, right? What we're used to. I don't believe they're autistic, but it's very autistic behavior. It's very autistic-like, the behavior, the patterns, the routine. If I change something, they don't like it. If I stick to things repetitively and the same, things go well and things are okay. As soon as I do something different or I throw something into the mix, they don't like it. There's no response, or it's a big response and they'll wreck something. That's why it's very much an autistic type of behavior. And so I got to be careful. Like I have to do these things very slowly and gradually when I change something or when I do something different. That's why I said a lot of what I hear just doesn't fit. Right? It doesn't fit with what I'm experiencing here and what we're experiencing, what the communication has been like with the Sasquatch here and at these other places I go visit. This is out of the human realm of thinking, out of the human way of doing things. They have their ways, and it's taken me years, many years, to gain trust. Since I've been doing the channel, this YouTube channel, it's been all about gaining trust, working at getting their trust, working at getting them to come forward a little bit closer, to talk to us, to let us know they're there. This is baby steps, right? This isn't, and maybe some of you are impatient that you're not seeing Bigfoot come walking out or walk across the trees in my videos. I would say 90% of what you see out there with Sasquatch footage is faked. It's faked. Like there's a lot of fake stuff out there. I know that. And there's a lot of people doing things that it just doesn't fit what we know and what my relatives know and what we've experienced with Bigfoot. That leads me to believe that a lot of it is made up. Right? It's made up and it's not real, and people are just taking everybody for a ride. What do you see, Sam? He just got spooked and he's looking that way. That's okay. I don't know what you've seen. But anyway, my point being is, don't be impatient for, I don't know if it'll ever happen. Which leads me now to what else I'm going to share with you here. Wow, oh my goodness. Okay, so there was a lot that we missed at White Birch Clan, and I'm going to show you some of the stills that I got off of the back cam. At some point, if I have time, we'll do the back cam video to where I took the stills from. Just helps with staying transparent, right? As transparent as I can be with this sort of thing. But I will put, at some point, I'll put the video and the stills together. But today, I just want to share the stills that I was able to get off of my back cam during and as I was leaving the gifting site, the new gifting site where I put the gifting bowl. Some pretty amazing things here and some crazy things as well. I don't know how they happen, but I'll discuss it as I share the pictures with you. I hear you, chickadee. Yeah, okay, just hang around. I always have two that come, and they just sit and stay near and they talk, and they must hear my voice, right? They must hear my voice and they come. But we will get busy. We'll get busy with the with these. These are the three larger ones, and I thought I would open them first, and then in a day or two we'll do all the smaller the envelopes and the smaller packages, and we'll have a second mail day. I so appreciate you guys for doing that and getting on board with the pins. those pins and the orb. That spoke volumes to me. I don't know, like it went and checked your guys' pins out, right? They went and checked the energy on the bag. I really felt that, and I believe that. They went, all those pins there on my backpack, there's energy there. Trust me, I feel it. I can feel it wearing that on my back. I feel very good, like almost protected. It's just, that's kind of a feeling that comes through, but it's also big energy. I feel the vibration. Okay, we got lots to go over, and I need to, like I say, we'll do part of the stills I was able to get on the back cam. The back cam as well picked up 2 of the ones that my front cam picked up. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. It's good to have 2 cameras picking up the same thing, right? And me sensing it and feeling it while I'm there. It's real. It's real stuff. All right, let's go with a big one. This is big. You know what? I'm thinking this might be feels like a picture. Feels like a picture. Julie. To Mr. Robert Judd and family. Okay, hang on. All right, I got through. There was some good wrapping on this one. Okay, wait. Card first. Just a little thank you. Oh, and there's a pin there. Dear Robert, well, hopefully it has finally arrived. I would like you to accept this. It is just a little thank you for all of the wonderful things you do for us, your viewers, subscribers. I have been on lots of channels over the past few years, but only yours has a calm, kind, respectful approach to the Bigfoot that they deserve. I also love the way you respect us viewers, taking time to actually acknowledge us both via the channel and messenger. Robert, I promised you this a few months ago. Okay. But it was not nearly finished, and I hope both you and your sisters like it. Sending lots of love and respect to you all. Stay safe out there and see you in the trees. Sending hugs from the UK. Love, Julie. P.S. Badge is enclosed. Is that Kent? That's Kent. Okay, let's get into the big. She promised me this. Wow, you are good at wrapping. Oh, Julie. Okay. Wait till you guys see this. Wow. Do you guys remember this? When we lost Mom, I posted this picture on the community tab. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful, Julie. Oh my goodness, thank you so very much. And you know what? I was just thinking here about a week ago that picture that I have, I was thinking of how to blow it up and get a print made of it, and I would frame it. See, we're connected, I tell you. It's like there's these little invisible threads connecting so many of us together. There's so many of yous that have come through with thoughts that I had been just thinking about either the day before or that week, and it comes through one of you guys. And Julie, you did it for me. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. Thank you very much. Me and my mom, you know, if she could have, when I first started this YouTube channel, if she could have moved around better, she would tell me at least once a week, she would tell me she wished she could be out there with me, because she loved the Bigfoot. She loved the Sasquatch. She knew they were here, and she understood all that before I ever did. And because they were experiencing their own experiences before they moved into this area, and they were up on the reserve up north in the Caribou Mountain and Wood Buffalo National Park area. I've talked about that place before. That's where we're originally from, where my parents grew up. That's where they lived, and they had many experiences up there. And they still are. A lot of my relatives talk about, actually right now, one of my cousins found a structure, and it's very interesting. I'm going to ask him if he will share the picture with me, and I'll share it with you guys. It's a very interesting teepee structure. I'm not sure yet if it's Bigfoot, because I do know some of the native people make similar structures when it's hot. My grandfather and my grandmother them used to make similar teepee structures when it was in the summertime, when it was very, very warm. And they used these certain kind of trees. They actually left the leaves on them, which produced cool air. If there was a breeze coming through the leaves, I don't know, if there's something to do with the leaves. It'll cool the air once the air goes through them. It's very interesting. Anyway, if I can get my hands on the picture, and if he allows it, I will share that picture with you. But they are tracking them. They're seeing tracks and hearing vocals up there right now. Right at this, like, it's always usually in the summertime. They're fairly active. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Julie. And okay, we'll go into the next one. Your pin is on my backpack. Let's see. Well, it's coming from Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Robert. This is to use. This is to use with your chest pack. So cool. From Doreen. Doreen was the one who sent me the big boxes of those little bags of fruit candy and the granola bars and those goodie boxes. That was Doreen, and she's sending me. Okay, she says this is to use with your chest pack. Water bags. Water bags. This is a chest pack. This is kind of amazing. Okay. It is. It's a chest pack. That is going to come in handy. Very. You know, I'm thinking my digital voice recorder, my measuring tape, my extendable pointer, my EMF detector, my bear spray. But see Tony, say hi to Tony. He's gonna make me a holster or something to put my bear spray or to clip my bear spray onto. Yeah, thank you, Doreen. Yes, for things I need to have right, like I need to grab right away, this is gonna work good. Because usually a lot of times I have to take my backpack off. Pockets get all built up too because I'm shoving things in my pockets so they're handy. This is going to be pretty amazing because they're going to be right here. Thank you very much, Doreen. I can't do a lot of this without a lot of views, and you know, it's like I thank the ones that have jumped on to the membership. It's been helping a lot. It just helps me continue to do what I'm doing. It helps with fuel costs and, you know, equipment, batteries. I don't use it for other things. I put all that money right back into the channel. you know, there's the Wi-Fi bills and data and all that stuff. I use a lot of doing this, and all the money that you guys put forward to the channel goes right back into the channel, and it helps me keep this going. Got a lot of plans and a lot of things that I want to do, and they are, as we go forward, you know, if we go back 4 years ago, things have changed. They become more bold, they become more vocal, they are coming closer, and like I say, it's been, and it will be for probably another couple years, about gaining trust and getting them to trust me. And I don't know how far they'll go. And I ask for your guys' patience as well, because it's going to take time. Maybe there'll be a day where they'll come right close somewhere. I don't know if that will ever happen. I don't know if it will go that far. It's like the chalkboard. It's like baby steps, and they work on Bigfoot time. I've said it, I've been saying it for years. They have Bigfoot time. It's not our time, it's not when we want it, or has nothing to do with our impatience or our patience. It's all about them. They're in the driver's seat, and we're just going along for the ride, right? But I got to work at them trusting me. All right. Oh my goodness. This is this is a heavy box. This is coming from Doug and Vickie in Virginia. I know this because I recognize the name. Doug and Vickie were the ones who got me that flute, the native flute. Hopefully I don't cut into anything. Get it open. Oh my goodness. Doug had emailed me and asked me what was my favorite gum, what kind of chewing gum, what flavor, and I said, oh, anything mint, right? Anything mint, double mint. And I said, and I like juicy fruit, right? And I got juicy fruit. Okay, I need it. And there's food in here. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing all kinds of. I'm hungry now. It's making me hungry. Oh, dried apricots. Okay, I gotta have one right now, and I haven't tried putting dried apricots out to the Sasquatch, but I will, because they're kind of tart, right? They remind me of a crab apple, which I know the group here love crab apples, so they got that sour tartness to it. Cherries. That's a big bag of cranberries. Cranberries. More dried cherries. Almonds. Hey, almonds. Whole natural almonds. Wow. See, and that's another thing I haven't tried yet to give them, was anything like with nuts in it. I've did the granola. They seem to like the granola with the fruit bars that Doreen sent. So far, the granola has been a hit, and not the dates so much, but I think it's because they are pretty sweet, right? It's always been about sweet. Sammy, don't bother one. There's a little squirrel that just comes zipping 2 feet from Sammy and then went around him to go up a tree. What is that, Doug? What is that, Sammy? I don't know if there's anything in here for you. Earl Grey tea, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Highbridge Trail State Park. Highbridge Trail State Park, a home to over 31 miles of multi-use trail that extends from Barkerville, Virginia. Is that Pamplin, Virginia? And although it was originally constructed as a railroad bridge, it is now the longest recreational bridge in Virginia. That's a good pin. He's been doing some drawings for me, and because I asked him if I can use them when I do my books, when I write my books, if I could use them in my books, and he said I could. So I'll leave the letter and the pictures for myself, but I do want to show you, they did send me a belated happy birthday card. My birthday was in April, back in April. Okay, so the guy's on a camel and the other guy's on a horse, and it says, it's one of these newfangled hybrids, 100 miles to a gallon of water. At our age, it's just the opposite. The more water we drink, the more pit stops we need to make. Happy birthday, buddy. May your life be blessed with endless refills. Thank you for who you are and all you do, Doug and Vickie. All right. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. My battery's going red, so I'm gonna quickly change the battery, and I'll be right back. Good to go. We got a new battery in. Let's get into this first image, and I need to do a little lead up to that. Two of the images that you're about to see. Okay, this first one was the peaker. I'm glad my back cam picked these images up as well. These two that I'm going to share with you here. This one here, and it was back there south on the other side of the gifting bowl, because I was hearing the bush cracking and the foot and the walking and everything back there, and my back cam picked up the same tree peaker. Okay, on to the next still. This will be still number 2. This was the one, I'm thinking these two might be maybe adolescent, maybe juvies. They were just out in the open, like the one was peeking behind the tree. This other one just pops his head up out of the underbrush, right? And they look very young. They look young. That's just what's coming across to me. Okay, on to still image number 3. This is crazy. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. I had left the gifting bowl. I had my back to the south and was trying to hopefully capture something, which we did. Those first 2 stills that you've seen were from my back cam facing south, where I was hearing all the noise. This next still number 3, I had made my way back to the trail where I had my bag sitting, and I turned to face the big gifting bowl, so my back camera is behind me, and this is pretty amazing. I was hearing stuff back on that side too. If you all remember, I went down the trail a little further and I heard the foot stomp, and this was where it was coming from, in this direction, right? So this still is off my back cam, and it's only out of maybe 3 seconds, and then I turned again. But in those 3 seconds, I was able to get 2 stills off of the same being behind me, and this, it has to be at least 8 feet tall, a good 8 feet tall, and behind me. And I'm thinking this may be a female, but I'm not sure. Could see the coned head and the muscles in the shoulders, right? You'll see the muscles in the shoulders. Still number 1 and still number 2 are from my back cam right there as I was standing in the trail. Now we're going to go to, this will be still number 5. And this is crazy stuff. I don't know how this happens. Let me know your thoughts when you see these. I got 2 stills here for you, and I'll bring up the first one here. Okay, what you're looking at, this is out of my back camera. I'm leaving the area now. I'm walking out towards the road down that trail, and my back camera is, of course, looking at my back trail, and this, you can see the gifting bowl back there, and this white thing is right under it. It's at the gifting bowl as I'm leaving. And this is crazy. I mean, it could be pareidolia, it could be the pareidolia effect, but it looks like a face. It looks like a being, a light being, because I mean, it looks like a light, right? Again, let me know your thoughts. And I'm going to bring up still number 2. I was able to get, and of course, again, you know, as I'm walking away, my camera, like I'm turning, and I got a little squirrel right above me here. He's just hanging around. I think him too, he's listening. He's listening. Under the gifting bowl, right? That gifting bowl is it's got to only be maybe 3.5 feet in height. So whatever this is forming under the gifting bowl or right in front of it. This is what my back camera was able to pick up. I still haven't combed through it completely, like frame by frame. In a day or two, we're going to do another mail day, and I've got some very interesting things I found when I left there. I didn't have my back camera, remember, though, when I was where the swans were. I didn't have my back camera with me, but my camera did capture some stuff there, and we missed it. When we do our next mail opening, I'll share those with you then. I hope you enjoyed. So again, I thank you, Julie, for that beautiful, beautiful picture, and thank you, Doreen, for the chest pack. That is going to come in handy. Thank you very, very much. And thank you, Doug and Vickie, for all the goodies. So yes, thank you, Doug and Vickie. Thank you, Doreen, and thank you, Julie. And if there's any more, like I said, that would like me to take your pin out into the trees with me, send me a pin and a little letter and who you are, where you're from, and it'll come out there in the trees with me. It will come out in the trees with me. I will sign off there, and everybody stay safe and take care. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. I got something to show you in the next video too. I found. I'll share that with you in the next video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the trees.